Bitcoin's at 107.4, ready to blast off to 150 by tonight. In order for me to get my polymarket.
No, by tomorrow. We have until tomorrow night.
All right.
All right. And will it get there? A lot of people are wondering, will Bitcoin get to 150 by tomorrow so that the polymarket bet pays off? 100%.
Hey, wait, how are you doing? I know you've been up late. You've even taken to napping so you can stay up later to code.
I mean, up late.
You're reaching your limits.
At first, I was like, well, first, because, I got kids. So I was like, okay, let me take a little bit of a nap during the day and then stay up later at night. Everyone's sleeping. No one's bothering me. I'm a very lovable person. Everyone wants to talk to me. And they take turns. They round robin this guy. And I never get the peace that I need. But once everyone goes to bed, I get to stay up. And so I started to stay up till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I was like, this is great. Let me just sleep 2 hours over here and then I get an extra 4 or 5 hours. Now I'm up to 5:30 in the morning.
Not good. And your human would say you are flirting with, not flirting, you're in danger zone.
No, it's great. What I do is I go to bed, I work, because I'm working on Sacred Profit, guys. We're making tools. We're creating indicators, all kinds of great stuff coming down the pike. I can't wait for you guys to see what we have. Actually, you don't have to wait that long. Just go to sacredprofit.com, register for free, and then you're going to be able to see all the interesting goodies that we have prepared there. But I'm too excited with Claude Code.
I know.
We're able to AI code.
I know.
But I thought it was like ubiquitous within the vibe coding sphere, or even just the coding sphere, that everyone was using Claude Code. It's like, okay, it's $100, $200 a month. You get this unlimited access to PhDs, and you're able to do things. A lot of us can't even do, or don't want to do on our own, or even if you can do it, it might take you 20 times longer than if you did the AI coding. And I thought everyone's using this. I go, every time I hear about a vibe coder or whatever, even just regular coders, 70% of the code on the internet is written, and GitHub is written by AI. I figured everyone's using Claude Code. Almost nobody.
It's crazy.
I think it's 1/100th of the people using Cursor use Claude Code.
And it's worse than that, Tom. From what I can tell, I don't know what the stats are, a surprising number of people who are using Claude Code are not using it in Cursor.
That's right.
They're using it just in the terminal.
Yeah. So it makes it sort of like people don't really necessarily understand all it can do.
Yeah, like I've heard people go, well, what's Claude Code? The UI isn't good. And
right, because it's in the terminal. Yeah.
You're like, what? Are you new to the internet?
It's also why I think we're getting it at, it's essentially free. $200 a month for Claude Code. I know sounds crazy. I don't pay anything that's $200 a month, like for a service or anything like that. I wouldn't even have thought about it before. But on Cursor, I was ready to pay $3,000 to $5,000 a month.
Right.
And
you were what? You were what? $100 a day?
At least $100 a day, and only because I had to stop myself. Now it's several $100s a day just with Claude Code, and I'm not even really pushing it as far as it can go. And so I'm building things that are just absolutely blowing my mind. Like, while I'm building things for Sacred Profit, while it's doing things, because I'll abuse Claude Code in such a way that it's running for 15 minutes at a time, like it's churning through whatever.
If Claude Code was an employee, they would have a case against you.
And so on somewhere else, I'm doing something else, and I'll be like, oh, let me just create this tool for myself just to make my life easier over here. This importer over here, the schedule over here. Just now, I was like, oh, let me just make a Chrome extension that allows me to bookmark my bookmark things in videos better, because I wanted a bookmark system that when you bookmark it, it knows the context, so it actually adjusts the bookmark back to the beginning of when that thing was being said, and then generates a title and summary of it automatically, and allows me to order my notes, and then also shows me my notes through all my videos. Like, I don't have any tool like this where I can annotate things in videos where it doesn't stop the flow of the video. It's automatically generating the stuff and keeping an idea. It has a transcript of the entire video, so it knows when it should actually jump in. To put the note in. So I pressed it now, but it might have been like, oh, this is interesting, but really it's 3 minutes ago that this idea started.
Right.
And normally I'd have to pause and scrub all the way back and then click on it, and my video's paused, I lose the flow of it, and the whole thing. So I just made a Chrome extension that does this for me while I'm doing other things. Just let it build it out. Now that I have my whole workflow of how to do PRDs and how to do multiple agents, sub-agents, and all that sort of thing, just let it go on its own. And then it's spun it up. He's a hair master.
What I did, just a little thing like you did in order to make my life a little bit better. And I'm sure there's ways to do this with Automator and different tools, but I have Claude Code. And so I have a folder on my desktop. What I do is I download my deep research from OpenAI into a PDF or EPUB or whatever. I put it in that folder, and then it gets processed into an EPUB and sent to my Kindle email address. And then I get my deep research on my Kindle, which is a way better way. Sorry, you can't really see that. Way better way for me to be able to consume. I mean, you get pages and pages from OpenAI's deep research. Way better way for me to consume it. Such a pleasure. I used to run deep research on my computer, and I'd always scroll down to the conclusion, just read the conclusion and move on, because I was like, I don't want to
click the audio and just start talking to the AI and let it, hey, teach me about this.
Because when I'm reading, I'm scanning, and I don't need to hear every single word of what's being said in this deep research. Tom, you can get 30 pages from deep research. Right. I'm not listening. I need to be able to skip. No, I get it. I need to be able to skip through. But reading it on my phone or on my computer, like, it's not a good place for me to read long text on my computer. And on my phone, it's just too small. It's too bright. My Kindle here, and I can just put it, and then I can put it there. Maybe I'm not ready to read it all now, or
this is Star Trek, by the way. That's a tricorder, and you have the computer provide.
I love it. Research. I love it. I wasn't even using the Kindle, because I went out to audiobooks, and I was like, I'm not even using this Kindle for what I want to use it for. Oh, use it for deep research, and now I can put all these documents there. I can do a bunch of research. I have an idea. I can save it for later, and then I'm sitting on the back porch with the kid and just watching her playing in the kiddie pool, and now I can pull up my Kindle and have a nice reading experience as opposed to just reading on my phone. My phone's pretty big, but it's no Kindle. All that with Claude Code.
Yeah. So most people aren't using it. It's also why I think they can charge basically nothing for it. I'm like, how could they be making money on it? Oh, okay, they're not making any money on it. They're Ubering us to get us to get used to it.
Okay, you said that. Go ahead.
Which means make the money now. Use the tools right now. It's sort of like I remember this interview with Jordan Peterson back in the day when ChatGPT, whatever, he saw some version, and he said the book that he wrote was better than any book that he could read. Blah 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 blah. Then we used it, and it was like, this is not. Well, it's neutered. In the same way that when they put out the voice for ChatGPT, it was like speaking fast. It could do like accents. It could whistle. It could sing. It could do whatever. And then they nerfed that. So I think what we're getting is like Claude Unleashed, or whatever version this is Unleashed, and later on it's gonna be gatekept. But until then, make your money, bruh. Make your money. And so I don't
think they're gonna be able to gatekeep it. The competitors are coming up real fast. The open source is surprisingly good.
Did you see the thing I sent you with the Gemini version of Google's Gemini version of Claude Code?
The CLI.
How people are using the Claude Code. They input Gemini within it, so that Claude Code uses the 1 million token context window, because you only have 200,000 tokens on Claude. It uses 1 million. It lets Gemini do the analysis, spits out what the Gemini analyzes. Then Claude does to like upgrade.
Have you tried this?
No, it just seems like, okay, now we're just daisy chaining things that shouldn't be daisy chained. This is the beginning of Back to the Future. And he's like, oh, those are my clocks, Marty? Yeah. Oh my God, that means my experiment is right. What do you mean? It means the clocks are all 20 minutes behind. 20 minutes behind. I'm late for school.
I don't get how that connects.
Well, because the beginning of Back to the Future is a Rube Goldberg machine that feeds the dog, right? So the clocks turn on, and then the thing happens and makes toast and puts the dog food and sets up everything, and you're seeing the whole beginning of it. And then it ends with Marty coming in, and he's like, oh, these clocks are going off. And so I imagine if I daisy chain these AIs together, it'll work, but I'll be like, I'm not even sure what's happening here. This is a little bit too chaotic.
I get it now.
Yeah. Sometimes I get to hold a little baby bird's hand through just to make it through.
Well, you just be clear when you speak, and that way everybody can understand.
Well, what I do is I just like a bird, I'll eat, and then I'll vomit into your mouth, and you like gobble all up, and you get the nutrition. Great, nature. All right, that's it. I gave you guys the prices to get in at. You can make tons of money. You don't want to do it, don't know what to tell you. Go to sacredprofit.com if you want to be one of the acolytes. Go ahead and join. If you're really good, you'll be one of my disciples. But that's not going to be free. But until then, I want to wish you guys a great week. Watch out for the pullback on Monday. We're going out, baby. Where the river flows free. I only carry the flag.